Hello, I'm R.L. Stein. I write the Goosebumps books.
And I watch the Goosebumps books. I watch them. I watch the show about them, about the books. The man, the myth, the mole, Spookfather, Daddy Scarebucks, master of spooky stories for kids and also grown-ups who like to watch 90s television like me. Leave a like if you're gonna be 46 and still watching kids programming from the 90s, because that's the path I'm on. Shut it. Last time we talked about how I got my shrunken head, and we all know how that went. And today we're going to review another two-part episode. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. This may be one of the most unhinged episodes of the whole show. It's in two parts, which is great because it really draws out this bizarre feeling that it has right up until the very end when you get an absolutely out-of-pocket ending. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. First, we gotta establish some criteria we're gonna use to analyze this episode with. What we're all wondering, is it spooky? If I'm sitting on the toilet watching it, will I poop into the toilet? Is it fun? If it's not really scary, is it at least funny, goofy, maybe a little wacky enough to keep me interested? Does it hold up? Hold up. Does it make for a good story that I'm gonna return to every spooky season? And my bonus question, does it live up to the artwork? Are you guys ready for this? Come on, let's go. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. So we open up with a bunch of kids on a bus going to summer camp. How cute. Nothing too crazy. Then the bus driver just drops them off seemingly in the middle of nowhere and just starts unloading all their stuff like all annoyed too. You good, man?
So somebody's coming to get us, right?
I love this guy's attitude. The bus driver just hightails it out of there and these kids are super confused.
Maybe he's some kind of psycho.
No one's ever gonna find us out here. Quit being such a baby.
Yeah, grow the hell up, Tyson.
Hey, keep cool, you guys.
And then everyone starts hearing a deep growl from the bushes.
What was that? See that?
And Billy, our heroic protagonist, steps forward to check it out while keeping everybody from impending doom.
Don't run. Stay together.
Billy, careful, Billy.
Billy locks eyes with the beast and then...
Latest technology. Freaks them out every time.
Hi, I'm Uncle Al.
What? You just, what is that, the mini cricket from Men in Black? You just freaking blasted it. See, this is one of many examples in this episode of how insane it gets, and then it just gaslights you, making you think, oh, nothing happened, nothing weird happened at all. Don't worry about that. I'm Uncle Al, and welcome to Camp Green Lake. Good old Uncle Al explains that the mysterious beast was known as Saber, and he seems to loiter around the camp and eat the children, but no longer. So they start hiking into camp.
Your first time at camp?
Yeah, I usually spend my summers with my relatives. My parents go out of town a lot.
What do they do? Rob banks?
Okay, we got a chucklehead over here. Listen to the way this guy is laughing. Dude just got off on his own joke. Relax, man. So the boys and girls split up and Uncle Al starts giving us the lowdown on the camp rules.
Lights out at 9. Wake up at 6. My last rule, and maybe the most important one of all, you write home to your parents every day. Every day. Okay, that's it.
Then Billy points out something behind him, the forbidden bunk.
What's that, Uncle Al?
The forbidden bunk.
Why is it called the forbidden bunk?
Because it's forbidden. So stay clear.
Gee, well, I could have told you that. So they get to their own bunk and start climbing beds when one of the kids, Mike, asks for one of Billy's cookies from home.
Hey, look! Cookies from Mom.
Actually, from Daddy. Help yourself.
Thanks.
What a saint. Gave up his cookies for some random ass kid asking for handouts. Then all of a sudden Mike starts screaming in pain. Apparently there's a snake in my boot. I mean his bed. So Billy and one of the other kids make a money move by wrapping up that snake in the blanket and throwing out the freaking window.
Jay, get the window!
Billy and the others want Mike to get some medical attention, so they walk out the door and...
Okay, who threw the sheet out the window?
You're the counselor?
The name's Larry.
Why do you do that? Was the emphasis on your name really necessary? I'm Carrie the snail, all right? I'm your counselor, so just sit down, okay?
Larry, we gotta get this guy to a nurse.
Why'd you throw a perfectly clean sheet out the window?
There was a snake in it. A snake.
It bit Mike. Go wash it off. I think maybe I got a bandage.
Larry's energy is incredible. He is like the most dejected, annoyed airport security employee. He's just so tired of all these kids and their issues. Like he's been a counselor for way too long and then realizes he doesn't have any real world skills. So now he's just accepted the defeat that he's gonna be doing this, paying his student loans off for the rest of his life.
We gotta get the poison out. We gotta do something.
You think you know more than me?
I want to see the nurse.
What nurse?
There's no nurse?
No. What do you think? Uncle Al runs a camp for wimps?
Nurse? What do you want, medical attention? You want deadly poison removed from your body? Hey, Uncle Al, get a load of this. This kid doesn't want to die. So it's campfire time, and while everybody's singing camp songs, Billy goes over to Mike and gives him some food that he saved for him.
Couldn't find any mustard. How's your hand?
It's not just my hand. I'm numb up and down my whole side.
You should be in the hospital.
Then Uncle Al notices they're not participating in the campfire song.
You were talking during the camp song, Billy. That's not allowed here. What's so important?
Why weren't you singing Kumbaya, Billy? Billy just says he was trying to help her brother out, and Al is actually understanding.
Mike's arm's all swollen up. I think he should see a doctor.
Oh.
I embarrassed Billy a minute ago when all he was trying to do was help a friend. And that makes Billy #1 camper in my books tonight.
Al's energy is so intense. And then in like a split second, he's like best friends with Billy. You know what? Billy is my favorite person in this whole camp. Maybe this whole godforsaken rock. Billy is gonna be my best man someday.
Yeah. 3 cheers for Billy.
So the campers are walking back to their bunk and...
Hey, listen. I got a marshmallow. I just picked that up on the trail.
Oh, got him, dude, got him. So the next morning they all wake up and Billy notices that Mike is gone and all his stuff is gone too. Like he was never there. Billy's concerned about this, so he rounds up the gang and goes down to the lodge to confront Larry about it.
Larry! Mike's gone. Is he okay?
Yeah, maybe.
Where is he, Larry?
Mike's not here, Billy. So I guess maybe he's somewhere else.
Dang, that's true though.
Okay, you guys, get your faces out of your bowls and
Did you say balls?
get your faces out of your bowls and listen up.
Now, if you take a look at the way this shot is set up, you'll notice that the angle is pointing up at Larry, and with the antlers in the background, it gives the appearance of Larry with antlers. The antlers are protruding outward and overbearing on the eye, which is representative of Larry's oppressive and dominating authority over the campers. Everyone goes out to the field for a nice game of baseball, but Billy is still apprehensive about the whole situation.
Do you know what happened to Mike, Uncle Al?
He tries to ask Uncle Al about his whereabouts, but Al just seems to brush it off in a really weird way.
Last night, snake bite?
Oh, yeah. Just you play ball, son.
You're out of here.
Safe at third. What? He beat the throw, Larry. Now play ball. Larry!
Larry is such a weenie. Larry! So they keep playing ball, and then Larry just annihilates this kid who was trying to go to home base. And then Al picks him up and swears that he'll be okay and takes him back to the lodge. Later that evening, the kids are doing some camping under the stars. Billy's writing to his mom while Colin's all concussed in his sleeping bag. And then Jay and Roger burst in and ask Billy to come to the forbidden bunk.
Billy.
Billy!
Oh, man, get that out of my face.
It's awesome out there.
Come on, Billy. Let's break some rules.
Yeah, come on, let's go, Billy.
Who hates you?
You guys aren't really going up there, are you?
Billy declines, but then later in the evening, he's awakened by the roar of Sabre. I mean Saber, and he decides to investigate. All of a sudden, Jay pulls up and tells Billy that Roger was torn to shreds by Saber.
Billy!
Jay?
It tore Roger! It tore Roger to pieces! And it's gonna get us!
Wait a second, didn't Saber get absolutely obliterated by Al? You're telling me that Saber survived the blast? Wow. Saber's more resilient than we thought. So they go back and grab Colin, who's cocooned in his sleeping bag, and bring him back to the bunk.
Claws and teeth!
I love the way that Colin just worms away under the bed while he's whining. Trouble? They hide and cower in fear as they take cover from impending doom, but actually it turns out it's something even more unfathomably frightening, dangerous, and ruthless. Larry.
Larry?
Who'd you think, whiner?
They try to explain things to Larry, but of course, he doesn't care. He's mentally checked out since January.
Shut up.
Hey, come on, guys. Larry ditches them, so they have no other option but to hunker down and stay safe. The next morning, the boys collect themselves from the unspeakable horror from the night before and try to find Al so they can tell him about Roger's disappearance. They can't find Al, so once again, they confront Larry at breakfast, which I guess is a bad time to catch him.
Where's Uncle Al?
Take a breath, Billy.
We gotta talk to him.
But Larry just denies Al's whereabouts and brushes it off.
All we want to do is talk to Uncle Al, okay?
Uncle Al's not here.
Well, where is he?
None of your business. I'm in charge. You got that? Now get your bathing suits on, losers. You're going to the lake.
Listen, you loser, change into your piss-stained trunks and hit the lake because we're gonna have fun today. You gotta love Larry. While they're heading to the lake, though, Billy breaks off on a solo mission.
Meet you at the lake.
Where are you going?
I'll meet you at the lake.
He searches around for a phone to call someone when...
What are you doing, Billy?
I was just trying to make a call.
Well, that's not going to be much use, is it?
There it is again! Al is like staring daggers at poor Billy like he's gonna kill him.
Where are you supposed to be right now?
The lake?
You'll love it down there.
And then in a millisecond, he's back to, oh, lake's beautiful down there. You gotta go check it out. Who are you, Al?
Uncle Al, did Larry talk to you about Roger?
I checked the files. There is no camper up here named Roger. No first name, no middle name, no Roger.
See? Something's going on down here. You're not crazy, Billy. I believe you. Billy hustles down to the lake and tries to explain to Jay and Colin what the heck is going on.
Get back in here, you guys. You gotta put on life jackets.
Ah, we're fine.
Paddle it in now.
What are you gonna do with that?
This doesn't fit.
Just tie it on or something.
Just put this on. Just shove it down your pants or something. The boys fall out of the boat, and for some reason, they don't grab the lifesaver that's right there. And they drown?
Oh, God.
Man, I'm going in.
All right, credit where credit is due. This time it was not Larry's fault.
What are you talking about? You want to go under too? Larry? Larry? No.
That was Larry's fault, though.
Larry!
Billy searches for Jay and Colin, but they're nowhere to be found. So in a panic, he starts running around the camp, trying to see if there's anyone to help. But there's no one around. Everyone seems to be gone. I really like this part, the dramatic angles and this weird, like, fly buzzing sound that's coming in and out of the audio really just reinforces how off-putting and just unsettling this whole situation is. What is that sound effect? I love it. Billy comes back to the bunk and everybody's just gone, without a trace. And so he starts getting worried. What should he do next?
Get it together, Billy. Get it together.
Get it together, Billy. Think. Oh, dang. He's ready for action. He starts looking around and he notices that there's a trail of letters that the kids wrote coming from the forbidden bunk. And as he's investigating, he runs into that girl that he talked to before camp. And she shares with him that she had a similar experience. Camp counselors weren't doing anything about it. And then they would just mysteriously disappear the next day. So she freaked out and took refuge in the forbidden bunk. They look outside the window and notice some campers and counselors, and they're dressed like they're preparing for a manhunt. Billy tries to get a closer look and...
Look who I found, Uncle Al.
Billy's trying to get some answers out of Al.
Where have you been, Billy?
At the lake, where Jay and Colin drowned and Larry did nothing to help.
You get in line, Billy. Now!
But then he's told to get in line and is handed one of these.
Hand them out.
What is this?
Shut up, Billy.
We have a runaway reported from the girls' camp.
Turns out they're preparing a manhunt to hunt this girl down, and Billy's not having it.
We do not want her getting away.
What? Are you saying we're supposed to shoot her?
That's what I said, Billy. She broke the big rule.
He takes a stand. He is not gonna give in to the lunacy.
No, this is insane. You can't just go killing people.
We want to stop the girl, not kill her. Or do you have a problem with that, Billy?
Billy, you are a man of integrity, of courage, and hope.
Nobody else is gonna die.
Die? Nobody has died here, Billy. This is a summer camp.
You're a liar.
Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. People die at camp all the time. Look at Camp Crystal Lake. That's like saying, nobody's died here, Billy. This is a theme park.
Jay and Colin drowning?
Mike, Jay, Colin, we have no campers by those names.
Al and the rest are just doubling down, acting like they don't know anything about these missing campers. But Billy stands his ground.
Put down that weapon, Billy, or you are going to be very, very sorry.
No, I'm not.
Now!
And then it happens. Billy's pushed to the brink and he fires.
Congratulations, Billy. He passed!
He what?
Billy passed!
Way to go, Billy.
Come on out, everybody. Billy, look, there's a camera right over there. There's a camera over there. Is that Jonathan Quinones?
It's what would you do?
No way.
So everybody that Billy's encountered, including his parents and the people who have died, come out and congratulate him.
You passed a very difficult series of tests, Billy, and you
A
passed
what?
with flying colors.
But for what?
This is not a summer camp, Billy. It's a government testing lab.
Your father and I have been asked to lead a key expedition to a very dangerous place. Government rules say we couldn't take you unless you pass certain tests.
Tests? Where are they going? What?
For quick thinking.
Like the way you figured out how to trap that snake.
And for courage.
Going out into the night while Saber was on the loose, trying to protect your friends.
You knew when to follow the rules and when to break them.
Okay, hold on a second. You're telling me this whole operation was a government organized test to test his problem solving skills and courage with a vicious monster called Saber. Wait, hold on a sec.
Say hello to Saber, Billy.
What scenario is he going to be facing where he needed to be tested in this way at a summer camp?
Where are we going?
Very far away. A place called Earth.
Research tells us the aliens there are...
Bet you they're not as crazy as Larry and Uncle Al.
You never know, Billy. You never know.
Yeah, you're right. You're telling me they're going to Earth? They're not even from this planet. That these are the aliens. You have the audacity to tell me that these are aliens who are so similar to us that they got social systems and norms that are identical to us? They go to summer camp, they're afraid of monsters, and as aliens, you put him in this test because you expect to be facing this on Earth? That is so Cocoa Bananas Cuckoo Puffs that I don't even know what to say. It wasn't enough that you completely shifted my grasp of reality, but then you hit the ejector seat button and blasted me into a dimension where aliens go to summer camp. My poor little heart can't take it. Stein, you're a brilliant man. You're a brilliant man. All right, so it's time to analyze. Let's take a sip of this fine wine and pick out all of the notes. What we're all wondering, is it spooky? I would say no. Me personally, I'm not super into the creepy camp vibes unless it goes as far as Friday the 13th. More pressing than the threat of Sabre, what's more unsettling is this just weird atmosphere where you have no idea why people are acting this way. The bizarre behavior of Al and Larry. It's mysterious, and for a long time you're really guessing what the heck is going on and how all these weird parts fit together. But I wouldn't say it's spooky by any means. Absolutely cuckoo for Loco Puffs, but not scary. Is it fun? A resounding yes. From the jump, everything that happens, every character, they are acting so weird. And Larry, my dear sweet Prince Larry, is absolutely over the top and hilarious in all the best ways. And of course, the plot twists in the end are a perfect cherry on top of this insane cocktail of things. It is definitely worth watching for that factor. Does it hold up? I mean, no, but it's better off for that. Honestly, I don't even know if people go to camp anymore. Do people do this anymore? I mean, not this, but I don't know, maybe. But even still, I never really found it that creepy. Yeah, monster out in the camp, it's kind of basic. So that campfire spooky story vibe is a little bit dated in this way, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. The best thing is that it does play on the spooky camp trope, flips it on its head, does a leapfrog over it, and yeets that right out the window. So it doesn't even really matter that it's dated. And most importantly, did it live up to the book cover? I mean, this cover's great, the deep green of the tent and the light coming out of it, and the really jagged trees. My favorite part of it though was Saber. If you really look at it, it's really ambiguous as to what it is. Maybe it's a wolf, but it's kind of got this hand thing that's clawing into the netting, and these deep yellow eyes. It doesn't really give off what it is. And I love how ambiguous this creature is. It really leaves it up to the imagination. The artist clearly got us interested in what the premise of the story was, which was Saber, and it does a great job at that. Also, one thing that's absolutely atrocious is that these new Goosebumps books are all trying to redo the artwork, and they're all really bland and uninspired. When you look at these side by side, it's why would you do this? Why paint over the old? The original was bursting with personality, and this is just so bland, and my mind immediately immediately just phases out what's happening here. But the worst part is that it's actually like kind of copying what the original one did. If you're gonna redo it, just redo the whole thing. It really breaks my heart that they're covering up such an incredible artist's work. It screams to me that they're just trying to play it safe, because the original artist really pushed the limits and made some really creepy imagery and designs that are burned into our childhood memories. Wow, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that whole rant about it, but the original book covers were just so cool, and it really just sucks to see them trying to redo it for like no reason, just because they need to anyway, just because they're old doesn't mean that they weren't good or really effective. Okay, all right, sorry, I'm done. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this, please give a like and leave a comment if this was something fun. Of course, thank you so much for your time to click on this video and watch whatever garbage I'm up to. Enjoy your October, and I'll see you in the next one.